earlier, the violence spilling to the outside between the Parea and the Bollywood boys. And of course, that is leading up to this moment here as we are putting the WSW Tag Team Championships on the line. The Parea putting them up against the Bollywood boys here tonight. Here we are, Arvin Gurv, Sira, the Bollywood boys making their debut here at World Series Wrestling, reunited once again with the Maharaja early tonight, looking to claim championship gold here in Australia.
And you've got to wonder which team's been more impacted by that brawl we saw earlier during the street fight. Are the Parea at 100%? Are the Bollywood boys at 100%? We don't know what happened backstage. We don't know how long that fight continued.
Honestly, I don't know if we're going to be able to get them to the ring at this point. They might just party into Melbourne for the rest of the night. Yeah, both team members know how to electrify a crowd. Paying homage to their Punjabi Indian heritage with the Bhangra dance. Bollywood boys, where are they?
Look for the people jumping around, and there they
They're
are.
all jumping around. Everyone's on their feet. There you can see Gurv there in the foreground. Harv is somewhere in the sea of the Melbourneites. A pre-celebration, as it were, Ben.
Any celebration is a good celebration. I don't know what that means, but I just felt like I need to say something.
This is the calm before the storm. Cannot understate.
Storm? No, they're going against the Parea. This is good. The calm before the bloody typhoon.
We cannot understate the power, the sheer magnitude of the challenge that is before the Bollywood boys here tonight. The party now, but soon they will have to contend with the Parea. World Series Wrestling Tag Team Champions, mainstays over the last few years of the World Series Wrestling Tour.
Gabriel Eros and Eli Thesios from Adelaide, South Australia, now residing in the United States to make a play at the big time. And let me tell you, they're making quite the impact. We've seen them on ROH. We've seen them on AEW. Look at the arms of Gabriel, really. Look at that. You talk about a Greek goddess chiseled out of marble.
You know, it usually feels like a pumping nightclub when the Parea come out. There's just a slight edge to them tonight, more so than usual. You see the seriousness, the tone has shifted somewhat. These men mean business. This is going to be an absolutely electrifying affair. I spoke too soon, the nightclub's here.
Tag titles are on the line, Sean. You can have fun and games. You can show that you are carefree and your opponents aren't a cause for concern. But deep down, these two are auteures at wrestling. They know it all. They know the technicality. They know the mind games. They know the athleticism that goes into this to be number one, to be one of the most up and going tag teams in the world.
Parea still relatively young in their careers here. The sky is the limit for these two men.
Introducing first, the challengers to my right. Hailing from Vancouver, Canada, they are the Bollywood
Big Bollywood fans down here in Melbourne.
And introducing to my left, hailing from Mount Olympus, and weighing 1,000 tons of Polish marble, the kings of the continent, sculpted by the gods, they are your World Series Wrestling Tag Team Champions!
For 532 days, the Parea have called themselves the World Series Wrestling Tag Team Champions. The Bollywood Boyz are looking to knock them off the top of the mountain, off the top of Mount Olympus, and for the very first time, playing Tag Team Championship gold here in Australia. Oh, hold on! Looking to gain that early advantage here. Gervin Harb having it scouted and straight on to the Parea. Match hasn't even started, Ben.
I was about to say the bell hasn't rung, anything's legal. Referee asking him to start.
Hold on, Dozy, no, clothesline! Double damage!
And it looks like we've got, no, I was about to say we've got our starters, but no, we
Gervin
don't.
Harb in the ring to start off things.
Has the bell rung?
Not yet. Harb coming off with an axe handle smash to the outside. And things have just gone absolutely bonkers here in the Pavillion.
That's the stakes. The World Series Wrestling Tag Team Championships are up for grabs. This is how much it means to these four men.
The curve with Eli Thesis and a little boy! A little boy with the chop!
I would say that that's cause for disqualification, but the match hasn't started yet.
Asking for it again! Oh my God! Pre-match snap. Eli trying to go after. What now we need to draw a line somewhere. On the other side, Gabriel Eroff and Harb Sierra. At some point, we need some legal men to begin this. Eli's either trying to escape or trying to go after the fans.
Little from column A, little from column B.
Good grief! It's the entire Melbourne Pavilion against Eli Theseus.
We've got Eli in the ring now.
The bell has started. Gerv Sierra and Eli Theseus to begin things, and now we're back out. But now everything's legal.
Well, they got a 10 count.
No, okay. Oh my God.
Jesus.
Two slaps from Shrek. No! Can't unmask Shrek! Gabriel Eros. Oh! What is happening? Shrek combined with the Bollywood Boyz, the Bollywood Ogres.
I don't want to be here anymore.
We have a Shrek chant here at World Series Wrestling. Now, Harb Sierra in the ring, a bit of a decorum, a bit of a control now. All right, we have a tag team title match that has begun.
Quick tags, in and out. From Harv and Gerv, that's the way you stay fresh. That's the way you wear down your opponent. Tag team wrestling, there's such a science to it. If you can make quick tags, if you can quickly recuperate, but you can single out your opponent and wear them down while you still maintain relatively, fresh, you're gonna win. You're gonna take those titles home.
Absolutely, there's a completely different psychology to two competitors who are normally singles competitors and find themselves in a team, as much as they were ferocious and deadly combatants, the team of Warbeard, the team of Eric Redbeard and Mike Basso were still primarily singles competitors. You have a team like the Bollywood Boys who have been a tag team from the start. That puts them in formidable company against the champions.
Eli now trying to, with a whip, it was countered. I think it was a small little kick there that cut him off.
See now just jockeying for position here. With a suplex, half Sierra, now going for the quick pinfall in the center of the ring.
Take more than that to count out Eli.
I think I could see Harv there making the motions towards his tag team partner, but cuts the quick by Theseus. There you go, that's the problem with a tag team affair. You need to have eyes in the back of your head.
Gabriel just coaching Eli on the side here, telling him to have a jolly good time. Oh, brutal shots to the midsection. Look at that. Look at that impact.
They're working the Sierra brother.
There's one thing the Parea are great at. It's psychology. It's getting under their opponent's skin so they make mistakes. They're a little bit out of sorts because of the start there.
And again, for the second time tonight, the dreaded Wanker chant. Now a solid shot, repeated in kind. Gabriel Eros just on top. Tag into Eli Theseus. As you mentioned, now residing in the United States, the Parea looking to take their special brand of violence across the seas to the United States of America.
I'd say artful. You can't have bodies like that and be violent thugs.
Oh.
It's an art form.
Just that brute strength preventing Harv from making the tag to Gervin now. Vicious spine buster for his troubles.
Plants him firmly in the middle of the ring. And now they're going to slow it down to their pace.
Speaking of a dance, speaking of a party.
Just adding insult, and this is how they get under their skin. Again with the showboating, beautiful elbow drop right into the heart of Harv.
You can see Gerv almost afraid there of a 3 count coming halfway into the ring. Just think about the Parea, unlike the Bollywood Boys. Now the Bollywood Boys are brothers, yes. The Parea are almost closer than brothers.
I was going to say,
bonded by war.
They are exactly right. They are brothers by blood. The Parea chose this craft. They chose this life, and they've dedicated themselves to each other to be the best tag team in the world. And they are well on the way there, as you can tell by holding the World Series Wrestling Tag Team Champions for over 520 days.
That's it, 532 days to be exact. The Parea have held these titles. The Parea slowly and very surely coming upon 10 years in the industry here. Bollywood Boys, 19 and 20 years respectively. While there is an experience difference here, that is to say nothing against the Parea, who again have not even entered their prime of their career currently. And there's Shrek. Hold on, roll up. Not even a 1 count. There, Gabriel Eros playing mind games with Gerv on the outside.
Stepping on his throat. Technically, that's a pin. Michael Kent should have been counting there.
It's also a choke at the same time, which is where Gabriel needs to be careful. But of course, even on a disqualification, they will retain the titles. Again, this is the second of 3 title matches being contested tonight. Of course, later on in our main event, we will have Nick Nemeth defending the world title against the broski himself, Matt Riddle.
Oh, cheap shot by Eli, but so smart.
Gerv knocked out on the apron here, and just a complete disrespect from Eli Theseus, again finding ways to get into the head of the Bollywood Boys. Takes a boot for his trouble, now looking for that swinging DDT!
Oh!
Supplanted on his head, Theseus is down! Harv is down, both men down! desperately needing a tag.
He's a long, long way from home. It's going to take a mighty, mighty effort to not only get past the downed Eli, but to make the tag to Gerv.
Gerv almost jumping out of his boots here, screaming for the tag. Harvest barely moves though.
Eli slowly getting, it's going to be who gets there first.
I was going to say, the question is, do you go for your tag partner or you do stop your opponent? Gerv comes in, Gabriel over the top.
Oh,
Solid lariat. Gerv absolutely mopping the floor with Gabriel Eros into the corner. 3, 4. My goodness, just smushing Gabriel's face into each individual turnbuckle.
just bouncing his head off like a basketball. Gabriel doesn't know where he is. You can see that glazed look on his eye as you get a neck breaker for your troubles.
Neck breaker in the center of the ring, and now Gerv signaling to go up high. Coming his way to the top, potentially for an elbow drop. Gabriel having it scouted. Saving himself.
Scouted or just relying on instinct?
Once you get this deep into the match, one kind of bleeds into the other at this point. Running on pure adrenaline, on muscle memory, on the idea that your tag team partner is just a few feet away from you. Gerv says absolutely not. Coming forward, elbow drop, connected! Straight into the chest. 2. Oh no! Gabriel Eros suffering 2 elbow drops.
What have we got here? Is a sharpshooter?
Double sharpshooter.
No! That's add insult to injury. Both Eli and Gabriel are forced to look at each other as they struggle. Their titles are on the line.
Lost both men. Originally from Canada, from the British Columbia. Shades of Bret Hart. Well, I can't even remember who's the legal man. I think it's Gabriel.
Again, the Bollywood boys using their 5 count to add that extra bit of tension on the lower backs of the Parea.
Of course, just as a reminder, it is indeed Gerv and Gabriel Eros who are the legal men currently. Not sure if Gerv is aware. Eli Theseus stalking from behind. Hold on! 190 Mykonos!
That's it.
Oh!
How? How does he kick out of that?
Honestly, I thought the Parea had retained the titles there and then. And again now, blaming the referee. Gabriel has to keep that temper in check here.
Eli calming him down, reminding him what's at stake here. It's not a problem, they just have to do it again.
That's it at the moment. Harv is still on the outside, still incapacitated. The Parea are still well and truly in control of proceedings here.
Eli now the legal man.
Gerv just being dragged onto his feet. We saw this earlier. Delivered to the Maharaja. Wait a minute! Harv's here on the outside.
Not going to roll up in the ring.
Small package! Oh my God!
What?
Small package! The Bollywood boys have just upset the Parea! Days have come to an end as the Bollywood boys claim gold from the Parea.
I am speechless. But fair play to the Bollywood boys. They kept their heads. They kept that cool throughout the entirety of the match. We spoke about the Parea trying to get under their skin, but the Bollywood boys would not allow them.
It is potentially where cooler heads needed to prevail. Eli Theseus taking a moment to try and simmer down his tag team partner, giving Harv a moment to recuperate on the outside, and at the right moment, save his brother so that they can claim the gold. Your new WSW Tag Team Champions.
And now it is time for a celebration, Sean.
Derv and Harv Sierra, the Bollywood Boys, have finished night one holding tag team gold. The trick now
Is keeping it.
is holding on to it. Let's look back at how this took place here tonight. Of course, we see one night of Mykonos almost had it done, Gabriel, but then taken out and a small package later, and we have new tag team champions.